All right, perfect. Well, welcome guys. Thank you for being here. We are going to do automate your messaging today. Basically, we're going to go over how you can automate your parties or just automate messages that we're sending redundantly over and over and over again with our different automation tools. So everybody in here, I'm pretty sure has the studio already. So let me bring this up. I'm so unprepared today. Sorry, guys. It's like been one of those days. I just want to bring up the automation real quick. Let me make sure I've got it going. So I automate things for just as, like, you can do it simple. Like if somebody messages a keyword on your post, then they can, a message will be sent, and it could literally just be one message, period. Like you're sending a freebie to them, or they're signing up on a form, or whatever it is. But then you could literally automate an entire party. And Rena and I both have about the same, hold on a second. I'm so
I have some stuff if you
want
me
to go ahead and go first while I'm trying to find
it. Do you need me to get into the lab and show stuff?
If you want to show mine is on my account.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here, I have it
if
on.
You want to, I'm trying to find my Plexus one I set up.
For sure. I can hit the share button. No worries. You just get to see all my screens today. It's all good. It is what it is. And we're going to do audio too, just because you never know when I'm going to do something crazy. Okay, so here is our automations for Growth and Strategy Lab. And I'm going to move us out of the way there. Okay, so that way it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, look, Rena shared that screen, and because I was doing too many things over there. Let's get the right one. It'll work out today. It's just going to be one of these kinds of days. All right. Audio, and here we are. Yay! Look, I'm sharing the right screen. All right, here's our Growth and Strategy Lab. And you can clearly see we've been working hard on getting these workflow automations going. One of them that I really loved, and I like to click over here to change these to 25 or 50 so I can see all the ones. And if you want a secret, one of the best secrets that we have is this recent button. And so if you want to see what you've recently worked on, you can click on that and it will rotate. You see how that is things that we've been working on, right? So it just makes it a little bit easier to see the different ones. Let's see here. Trying to see if I can find one that is just a quick.
Okay, I found mine. I did. You know what? I have messy.
I think. Okay, so this was ours that we did that we had utilized, and so it was from a post. So this is when they comment on a post. So just a quick reminder, you have to pick your page. If these filters are not here, you're just going to go and add the filters. So it's the page, make sure the post is published, and pick the post, and then contains a phrase. And then that was growth when we did our growth automation. And so it will you can add the tag, and then you have what you're going to send them in the comments. That's the goal there. And then what gets sent to them in Facebook Messenger from that page is this vibe preview message. Easy peasy. Really,
it makes it for that with the interactive messenger. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, so you can add a button. The interactive messenger, what I found, so when you go in here and you actually add, so it comes up with Facebook Interactive Messenger, but the other one that it comes up with here that I do not use is this one listed as Messenger, okay? Because it's not interactive and it doesn't allow you to do the same things. So when you're in here on this interactive messenger one, you can add attachments if you're sending like a lead magnet because somebody purchased something or they're getting a freebie. And then here are your buttons and your quick replies here. So you can add the button, and then the button text name could be send me the link or whatever that might be. And then you select the conditions if they open the website or it performs the action. Depends on what you're sending and what you're doing. Quick replies are literally just that. It's a tap reply. They tap it, and then that's the reply that moves them on in the automation. You want to make sure that if you're using the buttons or the quick replies that you change this default. I learned this the hard way, so you can learn from my mistakes. When it says 1 minute, guys, if they're sitting here reading all the things and it passes a minute, they get distracted. Guess what? They can no longer touch the buttons. They can no longer do
I
the
did
things.
not know that.
So this will automatically wait for the default step in this many minutes. 1 minute, that is not very long for them to get back to it. So increase this 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever you feel is okay. It's not infinite. It will not do that, but it is automatically by default a wait of a minute. So go down to change it. It will save your life because you're like, why is this automation not working for people? Because they're not fast enough to get to the message and it times out before they can touch it. All right.
And that's important too. So something that we have run into, both of us, is we will set up an automation and they click the button, where they don't click the button. They type out the response. If they do not click the button and they just type out the response, it's not going to work. So make sure your messaging is very clear on what they need to do for the next step.
Yes. So this is what I would tell you, the backbone, right? This is the backbone of the different things that you need to do. You need a trigger. We say put a tag because you want to be able to filter them later, maybe send them specific information. You want to make a response, right? Because you're going to be courteous and send a response. And then you want to send them a message. Those are the 4 core things that you want in this automation. But this is what they see on the back end. So let me share what it looks like on this. I'm going to show you one much simpler than mine. Because, if you know me, I will do all kinds of things. And let me see if I can get this to pull this up right. Let's see. App window. And oh, look at me. All right. I did not put sound on it this time, so it's probably not going to work there with sound and so forth. But this is, again, if you didn't know, you can message your own page. And so I went to the post, right? Because we made a post and I commented the word. Now, this is my automation for my business, and it gives the information. Hey, welcome to the party. This is a quick way. Now, this is already timed out. I'm just showing you what this actually looks like on their perspective. Here's the options that Amanda and I were talking about. These are buttons. What we've set up is a link for them to go to or continue the automation. So when I clicked I'm new, it for how I have it set up, did someone invite you? Right? So I clicked my own name and it says, hey, this is how this is going to work. Are you ready? If they type out, let's do it, it will do nothing. So just make sure they're clicking the buttons. Also, this one, it's what are you focusing on? They pick a button. What's your concern? There is another option in here that didn't post, but it's there. Then I'm like, okay, you got it. This is what are you looking for? A full routine or one product? When I click one product, it gives me again something for them to look at and says, okay, here you go. Now all they have to do is click this product and it will take them to go to take a look at this product. If they don't click it and they stop here, nothing else happens. But let me show you the beauty of them coming like immediately when they go to the other website, it opens in another window. Then this comes up, says, perfect. Would you like to? I have other options. They can learn to earn, they can shop the deals, or they can just go to the shop and look around. Again, if they click none of those buttons, it does nothing. But I did click a button and it automatically then sends this thank you so much for picking the party. And I also offer for them to go into the community. This is another way to get them into your VIP group. And then they click and they get accepted into the community. And that is the end of all things. This is all done inside of their chat. And this is way in depth. If I showed you the backbones of this, your eyes would cross. You'd be very upset and you'd be like, nope, Rena, not a thing. But once it's all ironed out and you have the bare bones of what you want your questions to be, it makes a huge, huge difference.
I was thinking, Karen, I know you have some things set up. What if I go in and I set up an automation for your Facebook page? Do you have your Facebook page linked to your account? I don't know if you can.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, so let me go in. Let me do a live thing. What would you want to send them? Do you want to send them like, how about just your freebie?
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so right now, this was my automation for Plexus. And you see like on the back end, and I was trying to zoom out, but it won't let me. Like there's a lot going on here. Oh, here we go, zoom out. Right, look at all those options.
Yeah.
That people get, right? We're just going to set something up super simple so you guys can literally see how easy it is and how it works, okay? So let me go into Karen's. All right, so we are going to set up a simple automation for your Facebook page. So I am going to create a workflow. Now you can do it using AI, which is good, but AI makes mistakes and you're going to have to go in and like redo all the things that the mistakes it made because it doesn't actually know the exact things unless you are very specific, but you still have to go back in and sometimes you're like spending way more time trying to figure out where it went wrong. So let's just start a new one here. And we're going to call it Little Latch Nest Freebie Facebook post, okay? We are going to go to add a new trigger. And our trigger is going to be Facebook. Let me see, Facebook. I wonder if it doesn't look like it's, there it goes. It's Facebook comment on a post, okay? So your page is, and we're going to choose your page, Little Latch Nest. So you can have this be a specific post, like you want it just for one post or any post with any word. So I suggest that you pick a couple of keywords that you are consistently posting, and it can be for any of those posts. So post is any of the published posts. So we're going to skip that. All right. So we are going to save this trigger. Whoops. Maybe that's not supposed to be here. All right. So you see, I got rid of that there. It wouldn't let me move forward because we're just doing published posts. We're not going to choose the exact post. So we're going to save this trigger. I'm now going to go in and add a tag. And we're going to say Little Latch Nest Freebie. And so if it's not there already, you can add the new tag. You don't have to go back into your system to add it. It just populates here and you can hit new tag. All right. Now we are going to say comment on post. Where to go here? Facebook Interactive Messenger. I'm sorry. Okay, so Facebook Interactive Messenger, but we wanted to comment on the post too, right? There should be something else there.
Type in comment on that and see if it'll come up for you.
Oh,
It
replying
should
comments.
be- yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I highly, highly suggest you have like 3 different versions so it's not the same thing and Facebook doesn't think that you're being spammy. So I'm going to say sending the info over your way. Check your DMs. So excited to send you this. You are going to love it. Check your inbox. Okay, so I have 3 here. I always want to like the comments too. So immediately it's going to like the comment and respond to the comment. Okay. So we're going to save this action. Now we are going to also send a message. And this is where we were talking about. You can do regular messenger. I always do Facebook interactive messenger. Something you also want to keep in mind, there is a limit on the characters. So when I was setting up some of my messages, it was not going through and I didn't realize there was a limit. I will have to find out what that is. I cannot remember off the top of my head. Maybe Rena, you can research that, but there is an actual limit on the number of characters you can have here. So you can set up templates if you want to, and like little snippets and stuff. That's over in marketing. I usually just have something that's written. So as you know, I love Gemini over here on my side of my screen, and I'm going to say, create me a quick messenger response when somebody comments a keyword on my post. Oh, I forgot to add what the keyword is. So we need to go back and do that. To get my freebie. What's your freebie, Karen? I forget.
I have a quick guide, but the problem is I think it's done through another app.
Well, we can get the bones set up and then you can like send them the link to it.
Okay.
What is, let's just say 5 mistakes to avoid when breastfeeding. All right, so here we go. Hey there, I'm so excited to share this with you. Here's your copy of 5 mistakes to avoid when breastfeeding. Just click the link below to download and grab a cozy spot to read. Okay. So we're just going to do that. And I am not going to add the rest here. Okay, well, yeah, we'll do this here. And I'm going to actually have the link be a button. So download here. And then you can have it open up in a website. And then you would put the link. So for time's sake, I am just going to use your website. What is it? Lactation?
It's latch.caringlactation.com.
Okay. We are going to save this action. Okay, first, now I got to go back to here because we do have to add what our words are going to be. So contains phrase. So I went back up here. We're in Facebook comments on a post. The page is post type is published. We're going to select contains phrase. What would you, maybe latch would be the word. And then latch. And I always just do it a couple different ways just in case. And now anytime.
I'm just going to share with you, if you didn't use a keyword, okay, and it said post type is published post, what's going to happen is every time someone commented, they would have gotten this message and a reply from you. Okay.
Right, which could be good and bad. They're like,
Exactly.
hey, I didn't ask for this. Like, I was just commenting on it. I was asking a question.
Yes.
I actually see this a lot when I am on Instagram, where somebody will say something and then it's be like, hey, it's in your inbox. I'm like, they didn't even comment a word. So their automation, their flow is kind of off. So you want to make sure that you set this up properly.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead and save this trigger. Now, it's going to default timeout. There's nothing like this is literally simple. That's it. One message, one form. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to publish this. And I'm going to go over to your Facebook page, which is this little latch nest.
Mhm.
Hopefully I'm following it or I'm a part of it. It'll pop up here. Is this it here?
It looks like it. I can't.
Okay.
I'm on my phone. Yep, that's it.
Okay. So if I comment latch, oh, look at that. I got to type in. This is good. That you're capturing people's emails. I'm just going to answer some questions. Okay. Hopefully it'll let me do this now. Okay.
Is that a group? That's a group. So
Oh, it is a group. Where
Yeah.
is your page? Because that is collected. That is actually, I mean, it
Let me
wouldn't
go
have
back.
populated if it wasn't a
right.
page.
If you go down to page on the left,
Pages, the latch nest right here.
mhm,
Okay, there we go. All right,
Yeah, that's-
so if I type in latch here, good catch. Let's see what happens.
and it usually takes it a little bit, and
Mhm.
she'll probably get a message in Messenger before we see it in the replies. See,
There
it
it goes,
says
little
came
latch
up.
nest.
Yep. See, there
Yep.
it goes.
Likes your comment. Thanks
Yeah.
for requesting, and then it goes right to
Your website.
website. Oh, why is your website not up? Did I type it in wrong? Okay, see, this is why we test all the things.
That's right. Yeah, we do all
Okay.
things.
All right, so let us go back over and see why the website isn't working. Okay. I can find where was I?
I think that's your
Pages little latch nest. Okay,
Mhm.
Facebook Interactive Messenger. It was the same thing. Save
Did
action.
you want to put the HTTPS in front of it just to
You
see?
think
if
so?
it-
Okay.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. It's sometimes weird. I mean, you spelled it correctly, but just inside
Right.
that box, I wonder if that will make a difference.
Oh my gosh, I can never find where I am. Okay. Let's just open it up. Oh, that just says preview.
Yeah, it's the other one. There was two.
Yeah, I know, but usually it opens up your main one, and it opened up not the main one. Okay, so it doesn't have H. Okay, so let me try that then. Sorry, guys. I will get it together next week. I cannot get it together.
We may not be able to post this one.
What do you mean? Oh,
There's
replay.
there's been stuff. So
I mean, this is how we do it. Let me see here.
so it's the one it's the black, it has LLN. That's the automation. That one.
No, it's not that one. I was looking at another automation for her today. Oh,
Oh,
this one.
yeah.
Okay. Whew. Lord have mercy. Okay.
And then the Facebook interactive messenger.
Okay.
And then you can change your button.
I do think it's good for people to see this though, because this kind of stuff happens sometimes, and this is good to show people.
And change your
how you
weight. Change your weight so that way it's not 1 minute.
All right.
Please.
All right. So let's do 300 minutes.
Okay.
But there is no next step, I don't think, at all. It'll just time out. So that I think that that really doesn't matter for this one because there isn't a next step after that.
And
Okay.
to know a default timeout, some people have asked in the past, default timeouts, what do they mean? So there is a rule inside of Facebook So if you don't have conversation inside of 23 hours, it will not let you respond. Now you can, in an automation, you can still respond manually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
So
Look at that.
if you notice here, it actually had the link, but no button the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
So this time around, it actually showed the button. And I wonder if maybe I just set something up wrong. So now it works.
Yeah.
And now you have your button here. So you can go in and I'll unpublish this so that you can go in and, add the actual right thing that you want to do to send out to them. Since it's not the actual.
Kate, I'm going to answer your question here. This is on your IG automation. It didn't give you a page is option. It may not be you. I'm going to go in. My question would be, did it ever let you connect your Instagram? Because if you don't have things all the way connected, then it will log out of the different pieces, and that can cause that to be not what you wanted it to be. So I'm going to look at it real quick. I'll put yeah, yours. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So yes, I can see it right now in your account. And that's what I can see is that it's not giving you a page. And that's because we need to go back to the marketing section and click those integrations, because you could only join with Facebook. And that's why you made your thing. And it could just be, it needs a reconnection. Remember, some of these connections will actually time themselves out after so many days. So even if you've had it connected before, you may need to reconnect. So I would go in to marketing and the plus socials, then go to connect Instagram. You follow the same instructions that you do when you do connecting to the Facebook. But that has to be done completely, and then you should be able to see it. It is not inside of integrations like Facebook is, which is why it's so confusing. That's why we need that Facebook first, that Facebook business page, so it can see the things. I know that was a really long explanation.
No, yeah, you definitely have to have Facebook connected to the Instagram. I think you can't just connect an Instagram account, which is kind of odd.
Yes, for sure. And that is the super sweet and short of it. Parties are one of those things that everyone can do a party. Travel can do a party. Tupperware can do a party. It's understanding, what do you want them to have choices on? Mm-hmm. So, for example, let's say you do Pampered Chef. You're probably going to have certain things that you want them to look at that are top sellers or something like that. So you would start with, have you shopped with Pampered Chef before? Yes, no. So you have an idea. Then the next question is going to be, we have so many things to offer. Are you looking for food? Are you looking for gadgets? Are you looking for dishware? Right? And so you would just give those different things. So that way it's a tree for them to follow, and they're doing it. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure kind of thing, which is what I like to call it, because it's a lonely thing. It's not party like, okay, come here, let's get 50 of your besties together and have a big party and chat. It's literally, they get to tap, tap, tap. Oh, that link's going to take them straight to that product, because that's how we're going to set it up. So.
But you could have it where you have a chat, right? You invite everybody to the chat and you say, you actually, so you can be partly involved in having it. The other end is automated, right? You say, okay, go to this post, comment this keyword, and it's going to start, right? And then when you come back after a few minutes and say, okay, who went and commented on the post? What are you guys most excited to see? Right. But the other stuff is automated, so they are choosing it. Right. So, and I think that makes a huge difference. And
I love that.
yeah,
That's more, it feels more guided for them when you get
Right.
it together. So you have your girlfriends together in a messenger chat, and then you're like, okay, here's the post, go
Go.
comment. They
Yep.
start the process. Okay, who got to the first one? Did you choose?
Yep.
Right? What did you choose? And then it's more guided. So I love that idea. I think
Yeah.
that's a great option.
Yeah, and be like, okay, go watch this video. Who watched this video? Comment this, and it'll, you have those automations all set up with however they're gonna move through to the next one. And you could even do that so you're not setting up such a complicated one if you're getting confused. It could be you set up these posts and you have a keyword for each post, and then you copy that post into the chat and everybody goes and picks their way. Then they go to the next post, right? And you had another automation set up. So it's not this huge tree and it's not so complicated.
I agree. I will say I spent a long time and I made it very complicated. And it took me a long time to realize, oh, I could make this so much simpler, especially when you have MLMs that have multiple things, right?
Mhm.
When they have multiple styles of products, it can be very difficult. So now all you're doing is just that one lane, so to speak. And it makes it a little bit easier to talk about the specifics. Like, you know, if you did nutrition and you're just going down the lane of nutrition, are you looking for more vitamins and supplements? Or are you looking to add protein? Or are you looking for energy? Like, you're asking those specific questions to get a very different result instead of it being such a massive tree to have to think about.
Yeah.
So one
questions?
thing that Amanda and I have is we have actual automations that can be set up, or you can learn the processes and go through these things with us. It's a one-time fee to do the party automation. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely drop it. Let us know. We're happy to get you started and pushed in the right direction. I've had lots of people take advantage of these and really, really love it once they figured out exactly what they wanted to ask, right? You have to know, if you already have like a party style, it's very easy to plug that style in.
Yep. What questions do you ladies have? You guys you guys are still showing up. You guys
they're our rock stars, man. Like, now they're both gonna be quiet.
Well, I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
So it was just a short and quick one, and very easy, and also very effective for streamlining all the redundant information that you guys send out. I know I send out a lot of redundant information, so having an automation definitely helps with that.
Absolutely. All right, ladies. Well, we're going to stop this recording and we will